Good evening, everybody. This is an ocelot. Do you all know what an ocelot is? I'm going to guess no. An ocelot is Romy's favorite character in Minecraft. And what she doesn't know is that her kick-ass mom, Romaine, bought her one. I got her one. She wanted one so bad. And I got her one. In fact, I had to buy a bunch of these little boxes right here. Because you don't, it's like Finalmation, you don't know what you're going to get. There's a bunch of options that you can get. You have to buy these boxes, you don't know what's inside. And so I had to buy a bunch of them to find her an ocelot. Why? Because I love her. Alright, in fact, I love her so much. Hold on, I'm going to show you what I did. In just a second, let me set it back up. She's going to be super surprised when she gets home. Because what I did, hold on, let me flip this around, was I wrote this cute little note. Who loves Romy the most? Mommy Romaine. And then behind it, hold on, ocelot. Yep, I'm an awesome mom. I try real hard. Sometimes I'm better than others. But, you know, the little things in life that let your kid know that you think they're great. And she's been particularly good lately. So, you know, I'm trying to be a nice mom. Okay, so how's everyone doing this evening? It's Tuesday. I don't know about you, but I've had a bit of a day. Thank you for loving my shirt. It's a Johnny Cupcake shirt. So today has been an interesting day. Do I do these things for my wife? Actually, I do some very sweet things for my wife, believe it or not. I bought her a little gift today too. Because I love her. Christopher wants to know, did you or Derek find jobs yet? Well, I can tell you, Christopher, that Derek and I are attempting to find a job together. That is our preference. We would like to do the show somewhere. So we are actively looking at it, and I'm feeling really good, actually. I feel like our show is going to find a new home. I feel really good about that. So we don't have a new job yet, but I feel like it's coming together and that it will happen. And you'll be hearing from us soon. That's what I think. Is Derek depressed or is he always this down? Is he down today? I didn't realize he was down today. Maybe he's just working hard because, you know, we have a lot of work that he and I are working on for the cruise in November. We're trying to get all the final payments in and taken care of because they're all due soon. So he's been really working hard, and plus we just announced the Alaska cruise. We've been booking cabins for the Alaska cruise. So maybe that's why. It's a lot of work. I don't know about him, but I know I'm pretty tired, and I haven't been doing nearly as much as he has. So cut him a little slack. Because, you know, he works really hard, and I don't often say really nice things about Derek, but he's a hard worker, and he does a lot for the listeners, even though they don't always know it. And so we should try to be nice to him. When will you podcast together? You know, Garrett, Derek was working on that. I think that, you know, we've been doing these Google Hangouts, but you know I hate being on camera, even though I continue to do these fucking Periscopes. So, you know, I think we're probably going to switch to a podcast over the Google Hangout. I'm not sure yet, though. So, yeah. I don't know. But soon, probably. I mean, we're going to try. I'm beautiful. Oh, aren't you nice, you up to no good, you? Love my hat. Thank you. I love this hat, too. Do I need imaging? I will probably be, if we are doing a podcast, I will happily accept imaging if you want to create some. You know, I always love the Glenn parody songs because I like when listeners take something they love and try to, you know, turn that into something new and cool, and I'm all for that. So if you want to do something, sure. You know, Dawn from Orlando has been making me videos for my Periscope, which I use on occasion. So yeah, sure, absolutely. I'm all for it. You want to make some imaging? Great. I'm sure I'll be making some imaging in the very near future. I was so mad last night. So I have been, I love eBay. I don't know if you guys know this about me because I don't think I talk about it a whole lot, but I love eBay. I love it. I love it. I'm on eBay probably once a day, and I'm not even joking. Sometimes 10 times a day because I love shopping on eBay. I love looking for a good deal. And, Derek and I have been talking about, possibly doing a podcast. And so one of the things I've been doing is I've been researching, studio equipment and things like that. That's kind of one of the things I've been doing the last month or so. And last night, I found the mixer I want for my little home studio setup. And I was bidding on it and I lost in literally the last half second. And I don't like to use those sniping apps that go in and snipe an item from someone because I just feel like that's unfair. And so I was like, I'm not going to be one of those assholes that does that. But I was really bummed out. And then there was another one that came up today and it had like a best offer. So I submitted my offer and they countered it and I was going to accept it. But before I could go and accept it, the guy whose auction it was ended the auction. So I was really sad. And I was even going to pay a little bit more than I wanted to for the mixer that I want. And now there's not any other ones that are the one I want that are like good deals right now. So now I have to wait a few more days until another good deal comes along. Because I'm a bargain shopper. I'm a lesbian. I'm cheap. Which is not a bad thing, I'm just going to say. So I was all bummed out. I was like, God damn it. So I was a little bummed out. Because, I was kind of excited about getting a mixer and being able to set up a little studio to do stuff. I've got some equipment already. I already went and bought some. But then there's some more I need. I recently started putting together an Amazon wish list so I could keep track of all the stuff I want. I'm such a dork. I really am a dork when it comes to this shit. But yeah, I started making an Amazon wish list of all the audio equipment that I want so I can start slowly buying it a little bit at a time. Because it's kind of expensive. I'm not going to lie. I don't have cheap taste. Not at all. I wish I did. But, being a big audio nerd the way I am, I know the difference between, a $25 mic and, a $1,000 mic. I know I can hear it. And believe it or not, I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to audio. And so like for instance, I don't like MP3s. I don't like them. I refuse to listen to them because I know as someone who trained in audio engineering, I know that things are missing. I know that the compression squishes things and takes things away, and that makes me mad, actually. So I like it to be quality audio when I'm listening to it because I know the engineers and the producers who put all their effort into making it sound so amazing. They get mad when what you're listening to is not actually amazing because it's squished by horrible compression. So, you know what? It's not fair to them. I feel like I want to hear what they made for me. So believe it or not, I still like CDs. I know, it makes me old. I'm like an old person with my analog records. But I do like records too. I mean, I think they're really incredible as well. So there's something really nice about analog. I'm not all digital. Anywho, all right, enough nerdy talk. I don't want to lose you all with these ones and zeros and analog talk. So Derek, yes, be nice to Derek. He's doing a lot of work, and he's working hard for the listeners, whether you know it or not. Just try to be nice to him. Doesn't all audio compress things? Most audio, but not all. Anywho, all right. Okay, so where was I at? So today has been a crazy day. I woke up this morning, again, working on a project for my wife. I cannot wait till I can tell you guys what this fucking project is. I mean, I know many of you have already put two and two together based on the millions of clues that I have already given you. What are on the walls behind you? That is my Vinylmation wall. It's filled with Vinylmations, the little Disney toys that I collect. So, I've been working on her stupid project again. I had to write some stuff for her. Have you heard from Stanton yet? We have heard from Stanton. He is coming on the Alaska cruise, actually, with his mother, which is really awesome. Here's what I will say, though, about all this work that I've been doing for my wife. So I've been having to do a lot of writing for my wife. And I'll just say creative writing. So I've also had to do some serious writing, but mostly I've had to carefully craft statements and thoughts and convey things that have to be done delicately. So I've been doing a lot of that, and the people who have been seeing my handiwork, who are not my wife, keep telling me, holy shit, you should be doing this for a living. And I'm like, people, do you not realize that for the last 12 years or so, okay, really, it goes back to really high school, I have been communicating with other people as a profession. Like, this is kind of what I do. I communicate things from point A to point B. I communicate. I am a communicator. I deliver messages. I do all of these. I am like a marketing, I'm just going to say it. I'm like a marketing genius. Now, I don't like to toot my horn very often, but in this case, I mean, I'm pretty good. Or at least I'd like to think I'm pretty good. So I've been impressing some people lately, which is kind of funny, because I'm just like, I don't need to impress you, but I'm glad you're impressed that I'm not an idiot, because I think people just think, oh, you just talk for a living. How hard can that be? Not ever realizing how difficult it actually is. I mean, those of you who were here for my first Periscope, do you remember how awkward I was talking to myself all by myself for the first, 5 Periscopes? Yeah, I feel like I've gotten better at it. Yesterday, I felt like I was in my flow. Everything was going good. Today, same thing. Maybe I'm just in a better mood. I'm not sure. But I would like to think that, yeah, you've gotten better at talking and reading comments at the same time. And I will tell you, that's not easy. That's actually really fucking hard. Derek used to laugh at me in the early days of the show, because we had IM up on our screens for purposes to talk to one another, for listeners to talk to us while we're doing the show. And I could never listen and talk and type at the same time. And I still struggle with it to a point, but I've gotten better over the years. So where I would hear keywords, my mind would register keywords so that I would have a vague idea what the fuck Derek was talking about when he goes, "What do you think, Romaine?" Or if I didn't know, I'll just reveal a secret. I'd be like, yeah, I totally agree with what you just said. I did that shit all the time. Made him fucking crazy. Steve-O asked what my favorite Ninja Turtle is. That's hard for me. I really think I'm a lot like Raph because I have a bad attitude most of the time, and I'm a little aggressive. But Donatello's kind of my favorite. I like that he uses the bow staff. That is a great weapon. I trained with it when I was in martial arts. I like that he's very smart and analytical. And I like the color purple, so I'm kind of drawn towards Donatello, but I think I'm more like Raph. And he is a badass motherfucker. So, does that answer your question about which Ninja Turtle I like the most? Mikey is just goofy, and Leonardo, everyone says he's the leader, but I don't think so. That's just my thought. Yeah. So, okay. So there's a lot going on in the world aside from me. For instance, did you guys all hear about Gwen Stefani and her husband, and they're splitting up after 13 years? You and the Pepsi. Yes. I will just say really quick. I do drink my Pepsi when I do the show. And by the show, I mean this Periscope thing, because I like to drink something when I'm talking. Because it helps. And it's kind of my time when I relax. Like when I come and talk to you guys. So I like to drink my Pepsi. It's like having a cocktail. I like to drink my Pepsi. I like to hang out with you guys. It's what I do. Oh yeah, Reba McEntire and her husband are splitting up after 26 years. Did you hear about Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy splitting up? I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck? Everyone's breaking up. Everybody. It's crazy, right? Like, what is in the air? And here, I'm liking Iris more and more every day. I am. Call me crazy. I don't know if it's just because I've been spending time with her. I'm going to say it's because I've been spending more time with her that I like her more. But I have really started liking Iris a little bit more. Maybe my job was coming in the way of our relationship. Or maybe my job was just making me unhappy and that was what was wrong with our relationship. I don't know. But I'm starting to think maybe the problem was with me. Someone said that Gavin and Gwen did not have a prenup. Agreed. They didn't. And in the state of California, that means all their money's just going to be thrown together, which is interesting because, she has like $80 million. She's worth like $80 million and he's worth like $40 million. So he's only worth half as much as she is. So she's going to lose a good chunk of her change to him. Not that it's bad. He did live with her for 13 years. There is a reason that this law was put in place to protect, both parties in the event of a divorce. I get it. But, yeah, that kind of sucks that she didn't do that. But, she was really in love. And 13 years, I mean, that's a long time to be with someone. So maybe she knew more about our relationship than we do. And maybe we should just trust what she knew. She may regret it now, but, she loved him. They have 3 beautiful kids together. They were together for a long time. She did file. Someone asked if she filed. She did file. She's the one that filed for it. The rumors, according to TMZ, my favorite news source, were that she believed that he was cheating, which is sad. So, 12 years of DNR. That's right. And we don't have a prenup either. But if we ever broke up, I would take Derek for everything he was worth, which is not a lot. I mean, it's more than I have. Well, I don't even know if I could say that. I have many wonderful things in my life. Like this wall of Vinylmation behind me. So yeah, 12 years. That's a long time to be together. 13 years, however long they've been together. That's a long time. I mean, I don't know how long Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog have been together, but to hear that they're separating, and by the way, Miss Piggy was the one that posted it on Twitter. That's some fucked up shit. Now, I'm going to say, in the case of Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog, this feels like a stunt, like a publicity stunt, because it sounds to me like, they're trying to promote their new show. Someone is sad today. A friend really hurt their feelings. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. There's a lot of that going around today, too. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, and her feelings had been really hurt by a friend. And sometimes friends make mistakes. Sometimes they do really shitty things. And I'm always someone who says, try to forgive if you can. If you can. Great. And if you can't, that's okay too. But you have to be willing to let it go and really, let it go. I broke up with my best friend a couple of years ago. And it sucked. Every aspect of it sucked. I hated it. And it broke my heart, and it still does, to be really, really honest with you. And, I think about my former friend all the time, and I wish nothing but the best for her, and I want her to have a happy life, and it sucks that I can't be a part of it, but I also know that sometimes the drama's just not worth it. And I don't miss the drama, I'll tell you that. I do not miss the drama. Not even a little bit. But I do miss the friendship. Sometimes you just wish friendships could be just perfect. Oh, if it could just be perfect all the time. Wouldn't that be amazing? But people make mistakes. People fuck up. People say and do things that hurt. And you gotta hope that they recognize what they did and they'll apologize. I hope that for you. I don't want you to have that happen, because that's no fun. It really isn't. It sucks. Iris has been dealing with a bit of a situation like that too, where there's someone who's just been jumping to a lot of conclusions and has been really mean to a lot of people, and makes you sad. You say you told him and he doesn't care. Well, that doesn't sound like a very good friend to me then. If your friend doesn't care that they hurt your feelings, then why are they your friend? Sounds to me like you need to evaluate why you want this person in your life. If they don't care about your feelings, that's not okay. That's not okay. That's actually really shitty. Right, everybody? You give her some hearts. Show her that we care. Because that'll make our friend here feel better. Yeah, give her some hearts. Everyone throw some hearts up there. I mean, I'll get the hearts, but give her some hearts too. I'm such a selfish bitch. But seriously, in all honesty, you don't need a friend like that. That's not a friend worth having, honestly. You know, friends should be the kind of people that, encourage you to be the best version of yourself. I always say that about relationships too. You know, when you're in a relationship or you're in a friendship, you want people who are going to help you strive to taking yourself to the next level, strive to being a better person. And if those people aren't doing that, honestly, you know, you don't have that kind of time. Time is precious. And why waste time on someone who's not going to help you? And you got to be willing to do it too. I mean, friendship goes both ways, but you got to have people in your life who are going to encourage you to be the best version of yourself and who are going to appreciate that person that you are. That's just my take on it. So I hope that works out. But I'm sorry you're going through that. That sucks. It really does. It's not fun. Oh, hi, Toronto, Canada. Hi. Here I am, right here on the Periscope for everyone to see. Aren't you glad? He was the only friend you had, and now you don't have any. Oh, I don't believe that. And if you don't have any friends, then it is time to get your ass out of wherever you're sitting and get out there and meet some people. You know, when I first came to New York City, I didn't know anybody. And I mean this. I legit did not know a single fucking person. I only knew my brother. And I came to New York City and I forced myself to go out to places where I could meet people, whether it was the local bookstore, where I could just start up conversations with random strangers, which, by the way, I totally fucking did, whether it was going to the bars and finding the group of people who look like the most fun in the bar and walking over and introducing myself to them. I'm telling you, sometimes you got to put yourself out there. If you want to meet new people, you want to have new friends in your life, you got to put yourself out there. Let them know that you are an amazing person. And they should want to know you. Trust me on this one. Yeah, you just got to put yourself out there and let them know. Say, you know, I'm new, or I don't have a lot of friends in this area. I'm looking to meet some new friends. Trust me, it works. And then you meet some really incredible people. And you cannot be afraid of rejection. Because you know what? If people don't want to know you, fuck them. They don't know what they're missing out on. They don't know the awesomeness that is you. Trust me, that's okay too. Because like I think about... So, you know, up at Romy's school, some of the moms are not so nice. And they've made zero effort to get to know me. And I've tried. I've been friendly. I've tried to go to the PTA events. I've put myself out there. Some of them, they're just like a cold wall of ice. And you know what? Okay. I don't need those bitches. Because you know what? I'm a great person. And they're missing out on knowing a fucking awesome person. So, their loss. Not mine. I'm not losing out on knowing a couple of bitches. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? So get out there. In fact, you shouldn't even be sitting here watching me. You should be out there talking to people. Thank you so much. Love you and hugs to you. Hugs to you too. I think the name of your autobiography should be Fuck 'em, the Romaine story. You know what? That might be the second installment of my biography. I do want to write the next installment because, you know, my first autobiography only went up until I was like, 23, 24, or something like that. I mean, that's pretty young to write an autobiography because your life has really just begun. So I feel like I need to have like a beginning, a middle, and an end. And so I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. I'm maybe wrapping up kind of the middle section. Although I feel like I'm still too young to be doing the middle section. But I do feel like, you know, I just spent 12 years in a major entertainment company. And a lot changed in my life, from having a child to getting a wife to the loss of my mom, and oh man, so much. So I feel like there's a lot there I could write about. Maybe I'll get around to it. Ugh, writing is so hard though. Oh God, I hate writing. I hate it so much. All this writing I've been doing for Iris, it really does make me miserable. I mean, I've been doing it because I want to help my wife, but. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. I'm almost in tears of joy. Oh, that's so sweet. Tears of joy. If you want to have tears of joy and laughter, go see Trainwreck. Just trust me on this. That is what will have you in tears of laughter. At least you didn't lose your husband. True that. I will always have Derek. I think we're stuck. You know, he used to say on the air all the time that if our show ever got canceled or something ever happened, that he'd never hear from me again. That is not the case. Sir Derek Hartley has been proven wrong, because not only have I stayed in touch, I call him, I email him, I text him. I've been all up, okay, I'm not going to say all up his ass because that's disgusting, but I kind of have. And so, you know what? He was wrong. I have not gone anywhere, contrary to what he would have thought. Now, in all fairness, he had every reason to believe that, because typically that is what I do. I make you misty down there. Aren't you a guy? I typically like it when I make the girls misty down there, not the boys. Oh my. Larry from Florida wants a tell-all book. I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with that. Although I feel like so many of the stories that would go in a tell-all book have already been told. I mean, Derek and I were never, we were never two people who held back much on the air. I mean, we really did tell a lot of stories. Sometimes we told them in ways that disguised the guilty or the innocent parties involved. But, I mean, how many times did you guys hear about Tree Stump? I'm assuming you guys have heard those stories. That's a real person. That is a real person with some real stories that we could dish on. But even if we wrote a book, I'm going to tell you right now, we would probably continue to use pet names for certain people. Because frankly, for two reasons. One, they do not even deserve to have their real names uttered for some people, because they are such asshats. And two, I just feel like the nicknames are better. Anywho. Okay, so that's why we love the show so much. Well, you know, our level of honesty, I think, is why a lot of people enjoyed our show. If there's one thing that Derek and I are, we are very honest and upfront. I don't think we know how to be any other way. I mean, and even in the last few weeks, let's say, when shit got really ugly, I mean, I feel like Derek and I tried to be as authentic to how we were feeling at the time as we could, while still trying to maintain some dignity. Because let's be honest, bitches, you know, unemployment, it's hard. It hurts your soul. It hurts your self-esteem. I mean, this shit's brutal. Don't let anyone joke. Don't let my smile fool you. I'm in a much better space now. But there was a day when I laid in bed the entire day and I cried into my pillow and I was so upset, and now I'm better. Well, better-ish. I mean, I did fake it a lot until I made it. I do believe sometimes you just have to fucking fake it till you make it. And I did. I just kept putting on my smiley face and just faking it until I made it, until I convinced myself I was believing myself with what I said. And it did. I eventually got around. And now I'm much happier. Don't you think? Just a day. Yeah, I only let myself feel sorry for myself for one day. I had one major freak out day. I'm not even going to pretend I didn't. I had one major freak out day. And I think the reason for, well, there were a couple of reasons for it. First, you know, there's the obvious, you know, concern like, oh shit, I have a child and a house and a wife. How the fuck am I going to pay my bills now that I don't have a job? That was part of it. Part of it was self-pity. Like, I can't believe this happened to me. But I think most of it was just sad. You know, when you spend a third of your life someplace, and then all of a sudden one day you don't get to go back there, that is hard. That is a hard thing. I mean, you can't even pretend that it's not. It's just hard. So it makes you super, super sad. Like, I think about all my friends who I'm not going to see every day, and that makes me sad, you know? Because there are people I've known there for a gazillion years. But I feel better now. I do. I feel better. I do. So, you know, it's going to be okay. That's what I'm going to say. It's just going to be okay. The pity party is done. Everything is done. I'm looking positive and I'm thinking positively. And I feel like, when you put, remember on the show when I used to say believe, receive? I really do believe in that. I know you all just thought it was a joke that I used to say all the time. Oh, believe, receive, believe, receive. But no, I really do believe it. And I think what you put out in the world is what you get in return. If you put out a bunch of good vibes and positive feelings and you let the world know you want to do good things, I think it happens. I kind of do. Iris was stressed out about everything and, I just told her, I said, listen, we just got to have faith. We just got to believe and we're going to receive. And now I feel like, you know what? It's going to work. See, 100,000 people without power this morning. Power's been off all day. Nasty thunderstorms. You know what? We had some shitty ass thunderstorms here last night. The lightning and thunder was so loud. I jumped out of my bed, quite literally, because it sounded like the lightning hit the tree in our front yard. It was so loud. It was like crazy loud. And it was so bright that the whole yard was lit up. Freaked Romy out too. So yeah, those thunderstorms, nasty. I'm sorry to hear that so many people are without power. Believe, receive, maybe it'll come back on. I hope you're not out of power for 13 days like we were after that hurricane. That was the worst. Ugh, peeing in the backyard. I never thought I'd get to experience peeing in the snow. Until then. So who believes that Romaine is having another baby? Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Tim? Not that I am, how should I put it? Not that I am against the idea of having another baby. Because I most definitely am not. I would love to have another child. I love the child I currently have. I would love to have another child. However, I am not having another child for 2 reasons. One, I'm fucking unemployed. I don't have a job. And so the idea of bringing that child into this world that I have no idea how I'm going to support does not seem like a very smart decision. So that, no. And reason number 2. Sirius's insurance that we used to have, they switched it halfway through. So between the time I had Romy and now, they switched the insurance. And so we went from having coverage for, fertility treatments and things like that under our insurance to not having it. And let me just tell you what that means. That means going from paying let's say a couple $1,000s to trying to conceive a child to paying tens of thousands of dollars to trying to conceive a child for the exact same stuff. And while I would love to pretend that I am swimming in buckets of gold, I am not. So yeah, we looked at the options and we're just like, maybe not. And for the 3rd reason, I am not skinny. I'm not skinny at all. And I don't know if you've seen a pregnant lady lately, but when you get pregnant, you typically get fat, seriously, fatter than you were before you conceived said child. Now, do you really need to see me fatter than I already am? Does it seem like a good idea from a physical health standpoint to get fatter than I already am? No. The answer to that is no. And here's the thing. I could lose a shitload of weight so that I could conceivably have another child. But then, why lose a bunch of weight just to get more weight put back on because you're having a baby? Does this make sense? No. This does not make sense. This does not make sense. Now, my last point that I hope will convince you that I am in fact not pregnant is I have an amazing child. An amazing child. I love my child more than life itself. And quite honestly, I don't know that I could do better. I don't know that I can make a more perfect child. There. That's it. Those are my reasons. Someone said that they would donate spooge. While that is sweet, that is very sweet, I will let you know, I actually do have many vials of Romy's donor on ice. I have a whole swim team, as I like to call them, out in California. They are at a cryobank there being stored. I have not gotten rid of those vials or had them destroyed because I would like to maintain the option of possibly having another child at some point. I still am young enough, but it is not happening right now. Oh, God. But it would be awesome if we got a new job somewhere, Derek and I, where they had amazing health insurance that would cover me getting pregnant again, and then maybe I would consider it. But right now, the deck is stacked a little against us. So, not happening right now. Hold on, I gotta yell at the dog. Cece, stop looking out the window. Stop barking at people walking by. She makes me crazy. All right, so there, I've answered that question. No, oh God, no more children right now. Woo! Lordy. Okay. What else do I want to talk to you guys about? I'm trying to think. Do you guys have any questions for me? I feel like I ignore so many of your comments all the time, and I don't mean to. I just, sometimes you ask questions and they go by while I'm in the middle of a story, and I forget to actually pay time. You have a nice ring. I'm assuming you mean my wedding ring? That was my mom's. Thank you. I love it. I wear it all the time. In fact, it makes Cyrus a little mad because I don't wear the engagement ring she gave me, but I like my mom's more, so I wear it. You have enough kids, a wife, Romy, and the dogs, the cats, the frog, the hermit crabs. Yes, I have more than enough kids. So much. Yes. And I take care of all of them. Last night I asked Iris to change the litter box, and she didn't do it. So then she called me this morning. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, just changing that litter box. You didn't change. Thanks. Oh, I forgot to do that. So yeah, trust me. All I do is take care of everyone. Did the fish die? Oh my God, yes, the fish died. Thank Jesus. What's the frog's name? His name is Jeffy because he has the longest arms and the longest legs, like Uncle Jeffy, ADD Jeff. That's what Romy used to say about Uncle Jeffy. So his name is Jeffy. And he's got the longest arms and the longest legs. So there you go. Someone asked about the safety of Periscope. So far, it seems like it's been pretty safe for me. I'm not worried, though. Honestly, everyone has been great. What are your pets' names? Okay, are you ready? We have a German Shepherd named Cupcake that we refer to as Cece. We have a bulldog, an English bulldog named Carl that we refer to as Fathead. We have a little mini Doxy that's name is Flounder. The two hermit crabs, one of them is SpongeBob and one of them is Bumblebee. And then there's the frog, Jeffy. And then two cats, one's name is Michonne and one's name is Starbuck. But we call that cat Ninja Kitty 9. A lot of our pets have names and then they have their actual names. How good was the movie Trainwreck? Oh my God, so good. I fucking laughed. I fucking cried. I loved that movie. Oh, I want to go see it again. I loved it so much. Oh, in fact, I would go see it a few times. I loved it so much. It was a good movie. Very good movie. Carrie, why did your phone blow up? Mine have a couple of names. Oh, well, of course they do, Nicole. I can only imagine what your pets' names are. I've seen, I mean, I can only imagine. Oh, God. Something tells me you're giggling right now. Nicole, did you see the gift that I got for Romy? I got her an ocelot. It's hard to see it. The camera doesn't want to make you see it. There she is. Okay. What kind of music do you like right now? Can I be real honest? I don't listen to a lot of music. I want to listen to more music than I do. And the reason I don't listen to a lot of music is because when I'm in the car, I'm always listening to Howard Stern. And the reason I listen to Howard Stern is because I think he's so good. And I learn a lot from listening to him. So, I listen a lot to Howard Stern. I learn how to be a better interviewer. There's just a lot that you can really derive and learn if you, actually pay attention to Howard Stern. So, I listen a lot to Howard Stern in the car. Don't really listen to a lot of music. The only time I listen to music in the car is if I have the top down, because it's hard to hear talk radio when the top's down, and I can turn music up and just blast it. Where are Walter and Waddles been? Romy hasn't been around a lot when I've been doing these periscopes, so, that's why, they'll be back. I just don't know when. My bad. But anyway, so music, I mean, listen, I like all kinds of music. You know, I really love, I love like the Indigo Girls because I think Emily is just a beautiful songwriter. Oh, I did not know that they have a new album, but I am glad to hear that. Thank you for that, Deb. And if you ever get a chance to see the Indigo Girls in a small venue, I just think they're so good. I really love them. I met them a number of times over the years, and they're just nice. They're down to earth. They're just good people. Like, I love the Indigo Girls. I really do. And I know that totally makes me a big old dyke. I also really love, I used to love the Seriously Sinatra channel on Sirius. Because that's the kind of music I grew up listening to because of my parents. My parents were much older, and that was kind of their generation of music. So we listened to a lot of that music. And I love, like, old jazz standards. Oh, I just love that. To me, that's just good music. Like, just really good sounding music. But I listen to, I listen to Top 40 and things like that. You have Sirius XM. I do have Sirius XM in 6. But just in 6, not in anywhere else. Carrie, I am up for killing things after this on Gears. So if Nicole is up for it, we shall kill. I see some Gears coming. Yes. I love playing Gears. Oh, I finally got to break in my new 360, which makes me very, very happy. Oh my God. It was like going from the worst picture quality ever to the most amazing picture quality, and I love it. Have you seen any of Amy Schumer's stand-up? I have not, actually, but I've been told it's amazing and that I need to go check it out, so I probably will. Jen Foster's music, you should check it out. I've heard that her music is really great, actually, so yes, I should check that out. I'm always open to hearing new music. I do know that I'm going to a concert this weekend. John Early concert, I feel like. Norma's taking me. She told me I had to go. I don't know what it is, but we're going. Norma's going to yell at me. She's like, how do you not know what this is? I'm like, because, I pay attention to about nothing. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that this weekend. I'm a mess. She had to remind me. She called me and she's like, don't forget we're getting together this weekend. I'm like, oh yeah, God, yeah, okay, I guess I got to pay attention to my life. My life is a mess. In fact, I'm going to tell you a true story about me and how messy I have been lately. So every Tuesday, Romy has swim lessons at her daycare that she goes to. And she has to be there by a very specific time because the bus leaves. And if she's not there, she'll miss the bus and then she'll miss the swim lesson. And every week since they have started, I have had to call the daycare and either ask one of two questions. What day is the swim lessons on again? Tuesday. Okay. And then on Tuesday, I will call and I'll be like, what time do I need to have her there by? I can never remember these things. Ugh, I'm such a mess. Yeah. Well, today was Tuesday, and she had swim lessons. And by the way, we pulled up right as they were closing the door on the bus, and I literally jumped out of my car, ran over. I'm like, knock, knock, knock. I'm like, don't leave without Romy. She's coming. I'm a fucking mess. Because it's true. Booking my Alaska cruise this weekend. First one. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Welcome. You're going to have a great time, Jay. I was actually just talking with some of my friends this afternoon about booking their Alaska cruise. It's super, super easy. Go to DerekandRomaine.com. There's a form right there that you can fill out, and either Derek or I will contact you about booking you in the cabin that you want. You have to book through us to be a part of our group, so just keep that in mind. But it's super awesome. You're going to have a great time. I guarantee it. Alaska is fucking stunning. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Trust me when I say you're going to love it. Okay, it's almost that time, but I do have a box, and it does have things in it. So let's open it up real quick, shall we? Oh, man. Okay, let's see what we have in my box. First up, New York City. First one from New York City. This one is actually from Eric, and I believe that it is Princess Eric, also known as Miss Tiger, who sent this one. So there it is from Eric. Love it. Thank you for that. Here we have one from Donna and Zwia, I want to say. This is to Romy, Romaine, Iris, and Walter. Greetings from San Francisco. Love your periscopes. Keep it up. I was going to send you a postcard of the Golden Gate Bridge, but managed to find this card specific to California. So there you go. That's a pretty cool card, too. Romy liked that one because she likes surfing, but she's afraid of the ocean because she doesn't want to get eaten by a shark. Shit, that's what she said. Okay, this is funny. This is from my friend Carrie. This was the cousin of the raccoon that Six met a couple of months back. He wanted to send his love. Have a great day. She's referring to the raccoon that I hit with my car while she was sitting in the passenger seat. We don't believe the raccoon died. Here's another one from Carrie and Tammy. Hey, Romaine and Romy. Here's another postcard from PA. Enjoy your day. Can't wait to see you soon. Love, Carrie and Tammy. Romy liked this one because she thought the cows were funny. Okay. All right. Up next, we have this postcard from New Brunswick. Hello, Romy and Romaine. Here's a card from New Brunswick. I've been a long-time listener, 2008, and I'm looking forward to your next adventure. I've been loving your videos and scopes. Keep up the practice singing, Romy. All the best. This is from Michelle. So thank you, Michelle. That's awesome, from New Brunswick. We're going to have to put that down on the calendar or on the map. Haven't done that yet. Romaine, Iris, Romy, greetings from Hollywood, swimming pools, movie stars, Botox. Love, Ronnie. Thank you for Ronnie for this amazing postcard. And this one is to Romy. Romy, hello from the great state of South Dakota. Do you think they will ever add another president to Mount Rushmore? Happy trails. What does it say? I can't read that. Lane, Hot Springs, South Dakota. Okay. Here's the funny thing Romy had to say about this particular postcard. She goes, it should be Mount Rush S'mores. They need to add a s'more up there. Because that's what she thinks it should be. Mount Rush S'mores. Oh, the mind of an 8-year-old. Gotta love it. Okay, in addition to these lovely postcards, I did get a gift from our trucker Giddy. Hang tight. Oh, what will it be this time? Oh, I don't know if you guys can prepare for this amazing hat. But it might be Shark Week around these parts. There's his eyeballs. He's eating my head. Holy shit. There's a shark on my head. What the fuck? Like, legit, what is that about? That's craziness, right? Good Lord. I think Giddy just likes to make me look a fool on my Periscope. That's what I think. See, I feel like his head should be down a little bit more so you can see that you can see his eyeballs. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Oh, will you shut up? If you want to bark at something, you should bark at the fact I have a fucking shark on my head. A shark on my head. Yeah. I really am the monkey, aren't I? Oh, well. Okay. Bitches, I'm going to call it a night because the shark is about to eat me. And I'm going to go kill some shit on Gears of War 3 with my friends. But I will be back tomorrow with more hats from Giddy, I'm sure. Can't wait to see what the next one will be. I already know, but I'm going to wait and make you guys wait till tomorrow. Anywho, I want you all to have a lovely night. Make some new friends. If for those of you who are having trouble in that area, so screenshotted this. So awesome. Thank you. Kisses to my bitches. Good night. I love you, and I will talk to you guys all tomorrow.